Welcome back to the Full Blitz podcast. I'm your host, Big Easy. With me, as always, is Louie, the man behind the magic. What's
What's
up, man?
poppin'? What's good, Joe? Chilling. I got a different little setup over here. I try to get a little comfortable, you know what I'm saying?
I like
on the
it.
couch.
I like it. It's like the producer's couch type thing. I'm digging it, man.
So
How
we
you
go
been
get a
this
powder.
week?
What's up? Good, man. Good week. I did some upgrades to my PC. It looks phenomenal. I'm very excited about that. And that's it, really.
That's what's up, man. I think at the end of the year, when I get my Christmas bonus and everything, I think I'm going to get like an actual PC and get the big old
Build it.
monitor, like so I can run everything I need. That way I can actually, understand what I'm doing.
Yeah, should build one, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna build one. Been talking to some computer people that can help me build one, put the right things that I need in it, everything like that. With the right things you need, guys. If you haven't already, make sure you're hitting that subscribe button, hit that notification button. Make sure to go over to TikTok and Instagram, follow us there, follow the Facebook page. Make sure y'all are getting it out there.
Yup.
So we got a good show for you this week. But before I get into any of this, we didn't talk about this before the show. And that's because I needed your honest opinion. But there is this viral thing going around right now, and it kind of hurts humanity, in my opinion. But the
Most viral things to do.
The question is 100 men versus one full-grown silverback gorilla.
Oh, what? Why is this all over the internet? I saw this as well.
I don't know, but I have to ask, right? Who do you think is winning this?
Are they 100 Navy SEALs? Like,
So,
if it's just 100 normal dudes, it's a dub. That gorilla's taking them all out.
so I'm gonna put this out there, right? I watch a bunch of National Geographic. I like celebrating days like 420 and sitting and watching animal documentaries. It doesn't matter if it's 100 peak men. The gorilla is winning every time.
I mean,
every
I don't know. 100 though, you could overwhelm them. You could overwhelm them. If there's 100 big dudes that knew what they were doing, like jujitsu guys, 100 jujitsu
are you seriously
black
gonna try
belts.
to put a silverback gorilla in an arm?
I'm saying though, but if you got 100 people, you could at least get 50 to jump on it, and then the other 50, I don't know.
Bro, we talking to.
I'm just saying there's a chance.
So we looked it up, right? I looked it up. The average male silverback gorilla reaches like 450 pounds.
Oh, that's not that. I thought you were gonna say like 600.
So, well, they've been known to reach up to 600 pounds, but we're not talking about like a fat American 450-pound dude who can't get off the couch. We're talking about a shit brick house.
Yeah, silverback
100% muscle, 450 pounds, and they get to, in average, they get to about 6 foot. They've known to get to about 6'7", 6'8". But here's the thing:
a 7 foot, 500-pound gorilla. Sounds so
the
crazy.
gorilla gets a hold of one of the people, just one. He's ripping that person's arm off and beating everybody to death. Yeah, but that's one,
and then he has to do that. So while he's ripping the guy, you got 10 other dudes. You're like, come on, man.
No,
and also, are there weapons allowed? Do we have weapons? Or is this a bare?
That was the perimeter I wanted. It's bare-fisted, hand to hand, right? No weapons. 100 cats in this jungle walk up on a silverback gorilla. The gorilla's winning every time.
Yeah, it's a dub. It's a dub.
I don't get
in the jungle too. Yeah, that's on his home base. This is a dub. Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I'm going with the gorilla.
Okay, all right. I'm with the gorilla too. Y'all, let us know what y'all think. It's a viral moment. Let us know if y'all think the 100 men or the one gorilla is winning. Us at the Full Blitz podcast, we're going with the gorilla.
Yeah.
All right.
The fullblitz@gmail.com. 100 men or one gorilla? Who are you taking?
One gorilla. And why is this trending? Like, what happened? How did this?
I don't know. I saw some AI. First of all, AI videos are becoming
ridiculous.
Like they're everywhere. And I saw somebody made an AI generated video of Mr. Beast having a competition of 100 men versus a gorilla. Like, so I think it was him. It might have been Mr. Beast that's got this whole thing on the internet.
Well, I guarantee you can't find 100 men with enough balls to be
Yes,
like,
you could.
yeah,
Yes, you could.
I mean, okay, probably not with enough balls, but stupid
Not
enough.
balls, but they'll be dumb enough. Yeah,
Yeah,
you could definitely find 100 men to do it for
yeah.
sure.
And we would call that natural selection here at
Exactly.
Full Blitz Podcast. But
Precisely.
listen, y'all know where we're at. Tell us where you're at. We're going to keep it in the jungle with our first topic coming up. And it's something that I've been wanting to talk about since before the draft. Haven't really had an opportunity to kind of get into it, but now I have a chance. I've got to figure out what is going on with Trey Hendrickson and the Cincinnati Bengals. Okay. He wants a new contract. They say they want him there. They just can't get it figured out. I mean, he has been incredible since getting there in 2021. Just so you know, to put this into context, right? Your best option as a player is your availability, making sure you're available for the team. 16 games, 15 games, 17 games, 17 games. The dude is always on the field. He had 17 and a half sacks last year, right? For his time in Cincinnati, we're looking at 14, 8, 17 and a half, 17 and a half. So he gives you two back-to-back 17 and a half seasons. I mean, for a defensive lineman, solo tackles 28, 33. His first 2 years was 21 and 22. I mean, he has just been a machine for production for the Cincinnati Bengals at that defensive line position. And in my opinion, is one of the top two or three defensive linemen in the league. Cincinnati, what are you doing? Are you? I get you had to get Burrow done. I get had to get Chase done. You had to get T Higgins done. I get that, but you got those guys done. Now it doesn't matter what you need to do. You get Trey Hendrickson done. You do not allow him to hit the free market or the free agent market. Okay, he is just too good, and I don't think that there is any way that anybody in their right mind would think Cincinnati doesn't try to find a way to get it done. Get it done. Pay the man. He has produced. You got to pay him. All right. Keeping with what are teams doing is the New York Giants. I'm curious as to what y'all think. I know where I stand on this, but who do y'all think is going to be the day one starter in New York? All right. Is it going to be Russell Wilson, the 1 year, $21 million contract? Is it going to be Jameis Winston, the 2 year, $8 million quarterback? Or is it going to be the quarterback that the Giants traded back into the first round to get pick number 25 to select Jackson Dart out of Ole Miss? I think Dart is a little bit of a project. I think he still has a little bit of maturing to do. He's still got to be able to see the field a little more. He's got to trust his arm, if that makes sense, because he sometimes can bail out of the pocket a little too early. And I think maybe sitting behind a guy like Russell Wilson would help him. What do y'all think? Right? Where do y'all think the Giants go? Do you agree with trading up into the first round to possibly, overdraft him where you could have gotten him in the second round? I don't know if Cleveland would have went with him in the beginning of the second round. Not real sure, but I know after you got past 21 at Pittsburgh, things kind of opened up a little bit. So, and if Dart is not the day one starter, when do you think Dart will take over? I think in a perfect scenario, in a dream world, Russell Wilson is able to get through the entire season, no injuries. He's able to play well enough, able to, I mean, they're not going to compete for the division with the Commanders and with the Eagles. I mean, even Dallas, you're not competing for the division. You're the fourth best team in a 4-man race, and that just is what it is. Sorry, G-Men fans. I I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is. But do you think that that's what they hope? He can sit behind. Then he has 2 off seasons. He's got his rookie year off season, and then he's got a sophomore year off season where the Giants can reevaluate it and say, hey, we think he needs another year. It's okay. You still got Jameis Winston for another year. Or do you try to turn around and sign Russell Wilson to another 1-year deal? If he wants to come back, I mean, I don't really know. But I think that New York quarterback room situation is a lot better than others in the league. Let us know what you guys think. Something I think we can all agree on. moving away from the Giants is, can we be done with this saga of Aaron Rodgers? I mean, I get that he came out and told teams his intentions. I understand that. But just because you tell teams, hey, I don't know what I'm going to do, I don't know where I'm at, doesn't mean that you can just take forever because you're Aaron Rodgers. You have a team with the Steelers who, I mean, nothing for nothing. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't go there, now you have Will Howard, who needs a year or two, who you were hoping was going to be able to learn from Aaron Rodgers, is now going to try to learn behind, Mason Rudolph. So your quarterback room is in a lot of help. It needs help because Will Howard can't, I don't think Will Howard is going to be ready to be your day one starter his rookie year in Pittsburgh. So I don't like it. I don't like what Aaron is doing. Just sign the deal. You said you played for 10 million, so play for 10 million and sign the deal. If you are thinking this long about whether you want to play or not, then one of two things is you knew you were going to retire long ago, or you just like the circus. And I mean, I'm sorry. I think he just likes the circus. I think that he enjoys the attention. I think he enjoys ESPN and NFL Live constantly talking about what he's going to do, what that's going to mean for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and all of this other nonsense. Can we just be done with it? I'm over it. At this point, I understand Aaron Rodgers is, one of the top, I don't know, 10, 15 quarterbacks to ever play the game when you think about what he's accomplished statistically, won a Super Bowl, but he's not worth all of the drama. He's not worth all of the nonsense. That's just where I'm at. That's where I stand on it. But I don't know, just it's getting a little annoying. What's really annoying is the fact that you have a team with the number one overall pick and a quarterback who goes number one overall. We're talking about Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans, and nobody's talking about it. The first 4 or 5 days after the NFL draft, I watch NFL Live all the time. The first 4 days, NFL Live doesn't even mention Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans. I don't know if this is an overlook of the organization or if this is an overlook of Cam Ward as a player. When you have multiple people, Chris Sims being one of them, who have said repeatedly that even in last year's draft class, Cam Ward would have been number 3 behind Caleb Williams and Jaden Daniels. He goes number 1 overall this year, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody's talking about the moves that the Titans made, yet you have multiple people giving the Tennessee Titans A and A+ grade draft grades. And I get that that doesn't mean anything, right? The kids have still got to come in. They've got to learn the playbook. They got to go out and perform. But you have a quote unquote small market team, which I don't understand how anybody can consider Nashville a small market team. You have an NFL team there, an NHL team there, an MLS team there. And if I remember correctly, or if I read this correctly, Nashville is in the pool to get a MLB team there because the MLB is looking at expanding. So, and then it's not right down the road, but in Memphis, you have the Memphis Grizzlies and a NBA team. So how are we saying that Nashville is a small market team, and why are we continuously treating them like a small market team? It doesn't make any sense. As a Titans fan, cool. Let us continue to slide under the radar. This is exactly what happened when we wound up going to the AFC Championship game, a couple years back. Cool. Let us slide under the radar, because the reality of it is Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears still make up a very good running back room. Okay. Even with Chestnut and then the Mullins, the guy we just drafted from Michigan in the 7th round. So I think that that is still a very good running back room. And then when you look at the wide receiver room, Calvin Ridley, Tyler Lockett, I don't think Treylon Burks will be there long. You bring in Xavier Restrepo. You bring in Dyke from Florida. You bring in the Stanford wide receiver, Amiku. I'm horrible at names. God forgive me, because y'all kill me for that. You bring in Hunter, the tight end out of Tennessee. You still have Chig there. Wiley is still there. I mean, I don't see how you think this team is going to be that bad that you don't need to talk about him. You have J.C. Latham, Skoronski. You have Dan Moore that you just signed. Cushenberry's coming back. Zig from free agency that we bring in at right guard. So, I mean, I just don't get it. The defense is looking better. I'm confused. I don't know how you overlook us. I don't know how you don't give this kid the proper respect and shine that he deserves. And I don't get how you don't give this team the proper respect and shine that they deserve. That is my piece on it. When we come back after the break, we're going to take a look at some of the other things going on in the sports world. And of course, we have Ain't No Way coming up later. Hey guys, are y'all looking to host a small get together or have a company party coming up? Goodfella Gaming has you covered, offering casino style parties of any size and for any occasion. Goodfella has all the casino games like blackjack, roulette, craps, and poker. They even have some of the specialty games such as 3-card poker, Let It Ride, and Pie Gal. Not looking to do a casino night? No worries. Goodfellows has a large inventory of bar games like pool tables, air hockeys, and dartboards. Arcade games like Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, and they even have the drivers y'all like Super Bikes and Mario Karts. And we can't forget the number of pinball games as well. Head over to goodfellagaming.com to get your free quote today. And don't forget to let them know that the guys at the Full Blitz podcast sent you. All right, so coming out of the break, one of the things I keep seeing, whether it's on ESPN, TikTok, it doesn't matter, Reddit, everywhere, is we're still with the Shedeur Sanders thing. Guys, the draft is over, okay? We are now at the point where it doesn't matter where you were drafted, okay? Now you got to go out and ball. Y'all have already seen it. Apparently, he's the first fifth-round rookie to have his jersey sell out. People are going to support him, okay? But now he has to go out and earn his spot. This is where we see who was right and who was wrong. If he goes out and balls out, this is where y'all have got to understand that color, culture, all of that doesn't come into it. It's who gives the team the best chance to win. This is a league of success and winning, and that is all that matters. Even with the Colin Kaepernick situation, Kaepernick started to not play that great at the end of his career, which kind of made it easier for them to pull the nonsense that they pulled. If Shedeur is as good as everybody says he is, that's not going to be able to happen. If he comes out and proves that he is better than Dillon Gabriel, Kenny Pickett, Joe Flacco, the Browns are going to have to put him on the field, because if not, then the head coach and the GM and everybody else gets fired by the owner. That's how it works. Okay, this is no more favoritism. This is no more we don't care what your name is anymore. You go out, you shut up, and you put up. Okay, I have said numerous times that I think Shedeur Sanders was much more worthy than a fifth-round pick. But this is where he's got his opportunity. Okay, he's got to go out there and shine. He's got to go out there and show what people saw to begin with, his accuracy. And yeah, there is the question of, well, Colorado also threw more passes behind the line of scrimmage than any other team in the country. How much of that has to do with his accuracy percentage? It doesn't matter. What he did in Colorado doesn't matter. Where he was drafted and the day he was drafted no longer matters. It is all about what he does on the field from this point forward. This is sports. This is not politics. And that is why there were guys like Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, who got drafted because they were better football players. And look what happened to Johnny Manziel. Wasn't prepared, wasn't going to meetings, wasn't doing the things he was supposed to be doing, never made it. Baker Mayfield, on the other hand, put his head down, put in the work, did what he was supposed to do. Now look at him. $100 million quarterback. I'm just saying, this is where you put up and shut up right here. All the luck to Shedeur, but y'all stop. All of the nonsense can stop. Now it's about football. Outside of football, right? We're going to hit on some basketball, because this is something that I have followed pretty much my entire life. I remember when he was drafted at 18 years old at a St. Vincent St. Mary's. With the Lakers' early exit from the playoffs, being bounced by Ant and the T-Wolves, do y'all think it's time for LeBron James to call it a career? Do you think he should call it a career? We don't know yet. There are rumors that he is going to try to play for one more year, because maybe Bryce will be able to get up and get drafted. I would like to see him go through the college motions and really kind of blossom into the player that he looks like he can. But if LeBron James does decide to retire, I want all of you that spent all of your time hating on this man to know that you completely missed out on watching greatness. And it's the same people that hated on Jordan, it's the same people that hated on Kobe. Instead of enjoying watching what this man did, breaking a record that everybody thought was unbreakable, one of to be the hardest record to break outside of maybe one or two of Wayne Gretzky's from the NHL. But I don't think that y'all fully understand this man's greatness in the 2024-2025 season at 106 years old. Just playing his 21st season, he averaged 24 points, 7 rebounds, 8 assists, and shot a field goal percentage of 51%. All right. That is just insane. Okay. Shot a 3-point percentage of 40 of basically 35. I mean, and I know a lot of people don't believe this, but you can look the stats up on your own, is arguably one of the most clutch players in fourth quarter and overtime history. So he has embodied what it meant to be great. And I hope that y'all understand that this man is coming to the end of his career. And whether you think he's the GOAT or not, he has shown what it is to be a 20-plus year NBA player and showing us how it's done off the court as well. Starting schools, production companies, sending kids to college, never having any scandals. I mean, this is how it's done. LeBron James's career is how it is done. And LeBron, if you do happen to retire, thank you for 20 plus years of greatness. And I really hope that this younger generation and even the older generation just comes to learn to understand and appreciate what you have done for the sport of basketball and for young people all over. I really hope so. Keeping it with the legends in basketball.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
Man, look, people got to get their flowers. There's too many people out here dogging LeBron James, and there's too many people out here just spreading the hate.
So you don't think he was at them Diddy parties?
Man, look, I don't know, bro. I don't know. Or maybe. Look, I mean, at the end of the day, I think there was a lot of people at them parties, but did they stay for the after?
You don't think he stayed for the after, bro? You don't think LeBron was at the after, bro?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. His wife looked like she beat the hell out of him if he did, but I don't know. Bro.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I'm sorry. I just had it.
No. We got to question. We got to question everybody.
Everybody got to be questioned.
I can tell you,
but that's wild. So 20 years in the league,
21 years.
I mean, he's been like
he has been the face of the NBA since he was drafted, and I believe he was drafted in 2003. Is the year I believe he was drafted. Came straight out of high school, 18 years old. I mean, and just immediately took on the responsibility. Brought a Cavs team in 2007 that was just untalented as hell to the NBA Finals. Now, granted, they got swept by the San Antonio Spurs, but LeBron James has been phenomenal. He has been a role model. He has been an example of how you be the consummate professional while still being a celebrity figure. So, yeah. LeBron James, thank you. And speaking of the San Antonio Spurs, another legend, somebody that I know for certain was not at those Diddy parties, is the great Greg Popovich. The news broke, I think 2 or 3 days ago, that he will no longer be the coach of the San Antonio Spurs. He will become the president of basketball operations after suffering a mild stroke. Okay, so
is that a raise? Is that a promotion?
I guess technically it's a promotion, but it's hopefully will come with less stress, less nonsense.
For sure, yeah.
That's basically what it was. For those of you that don't know, Popovich is a 5-time NBA champion, a 3-time NBA coach of the year, a 4-time NBA All-Star head coach. He is also considered to be one of the top 15 NBA coaches in NBA history. I think that is nonsense. I think he is 100% in the top 4 of NBA head coaches of all time. He is known for being being the head coach of the San Antonio Spurs when they had Manu Ginobili and Tony Parker and Tim Duncan, when they won that championship team that beat LeBron James in 07. Love that he is up and healthy and able to assume some type of role again in the Spurs organization. But this is a bittersweet moment, I think, for a lot of people, because Pop was known, I mean, throughout the NBA as just being one of the greatest coaches of all time. So big ups to him for being healthy enough to continue his career. But unfortunately, we as fans and the team are losing him as a head coach. But thank you for all of the great years of being a head coach that you gave to the San Antonio Spurs fans. All right. Well, coming up after the break, y'all know what time it is. It's that Ain't No Way. Catch it right here after the break. All right, y'all. Coming out of the break, y'all know what time it is. Our favorite segment, your favorite segment. It's that Ain't No Way. All right. So, keeping with the trend of my loss of respect and hope for humanity with the 100-man
Come
versus
on, man.
the gorilla.
Give him a break.
All right. This story is brought to us by way of China, I believe. And the headline reads, "Student rescued from Mount Fuji twice in 1 week."
Okay. What? First of all, I thought you were about to start speaking Mandarin when you was like, and it reads like, what is about?
Yeah, right. Because
twice.
So,
explain.
Chinese national reportedly returned, a 27-year-old reportedly returned to Japan's highest mountain days after first rescue to retrieve his phone.
Oh my God.
Guys.
A phone? There's no way that's actually true.
A university student has been rescued from the slopes of Mount Fuji twice in the space of a week. The second time during an attempt to retrieve his mobile phone. The hapless climber, a 27-year-old Chinese national who has not been named, was airlifted from Japan's highest mountain last week, only to be the subject of a second search 4 days later. So not even a full week. Like, I figured he was like 7. Like, he was like, hey, I almost died. Question. But my phone,
4 days.
My phone is important.
All right. I'm going to be...
What kind of?
I'm gonna be charitable. I'm gonna be charitable. I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt and say he probably has some baddies in that phone, and he did not have their number anywhere else.
That's what you
had some honeys or some money in that phone, a crypto wallet. Something was in that phone.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give him the benefit of that. It wasn't just for his.
So look, let me crush that account. Theory right there, right? Let me smash.
I tried. All right.
So I would easily say that the Asian community, especially overseas in China, Japan, those countries, are far more technology advanced than we are. Right? I think we could all agree.
He got an AI. Is he in love with his AI?
I'm not saying he's in love with his AI, but what I'm saying is for the baddies and the crypto, he got that stored somewhere else. He ain't had to go back for that.
All right, you're right. You're probably right. All right. Well, did it say? Did he explain himself in this story?
Let's see.
Okay. Come on, give me something. I don't want to just speculate. I got to know what was in the phone.
All right, so it emerged that he had returned to the scene of his first rescue to retrieve his phone. Japanese media reported. The student who lived in Japan was found on Saturday by another off-season climber on a trail more than 300 or 3,000 meters. For our American folks, that's 9,800 feet above sea level. All right. He was suspected.
He was off season. It was off season.
Yeah, off season. So if nobody was up there, he'd be dead. He was suspected of having altitude sickness and was taken to a hospital, police spokesperson said on Monday. I do not think we are getting a reason.
Okay, well.
From this summer, hikers on Fuji's 4 maintained trails will be charged a fee. Well, that's something different.
Maybe it was an expensive phone. You know, they probably got some crazy phones out in Japan.
I don't give a damn what kind of phone it is. I almost died once.
I mean, he obviously
back to get it.
Here's the thing. It's not about the phone because that's an expensive thing to do, right? And to go back up and do that a second time, I mean, he's obviously got resources and he can do that, right? So
yeah, but
it can't be about the phone, actually.
Shame on the people that let him go back up because they remembered him. There's no way you get airlifted out of there and then 4 days later you come back.
He probably just walked up. It's off season. There's probably not a lot of staff or whatever security there. He probably
not his kid's a ninja.
Pulled back up. He probably left. He probably literally left the hospital right there and just went right back.
I gotta go get my phone.
I mean, 4 days, yeah.
I don't know, man. This is just killing my hope for humanity. Like, guys, your phone is not that important. It's not. I don't know.
There's more to the story.
There's gotta be.
There's gotta be.
But
I'm gonna follow up on this next week.
Yeah, because this is ridiculous. This is an asinine statement and story.
Woo.
But that it is, y'all. Ain't no way. All right, y'all. That's the show for this week. Something short, sweet for you guys. Make sure you're checking us out on TikTok, on Instagram, following us on Facebook, hitting that subscribe and notification button as always. And if you have an Ain't No Way story, make sure to email the show at thefullblitz@gmail.com. Let us know the story. And if we say it on air, we will send you a shirt or a t-shirt. We should have a shirt being worn by me here soon, so y'all can kind of take a look and see what those shirts are. But until next week, peace and love, guys. My man trying to say he got baddies on the phone.
He must have had some baddies. So I'm talking about some 10s. He must have had some 12s in there, bro. She said she was coming over this weekend.
Chung Lee on her way.
Chung Lee on the way.